Hello YouTube, this is William. Welcome to another 2-week update. We're going to go cover what's in the plans or in the works for the next 2 weeks. Okay, and and then the one in 2 weeks, we'll let you know what's happening in the next 2 weeks. All right, okay. So first of all, we just got back from Wanamaker Monday, I think it was. I rolled in back. So before we get into, it was a great show. Thanks for everybody that's showing up. I appreciate you stopping by and saying hello, and it was a phenomenal show. Had a great time. So anyway, back to the grind. Let's do a little housekeeping right quick. Let me show you my, can you see it? The slick. This is cut myself here. Just kind of give you guys a heads up or notice that the slick, the pre-order for first runs will end on 15th, April the 15th. These pre-orders will end. Now, the slick will come with a Kydex sleeve, an option. You can order it with the Kydex sleeve, which is like this sleeve here. Now the Tech Lock you can get separate through holstersmith.com. You can get the Tech Locks and the mounting screws and all this other stuff through them, and you don't have to worry about, you can get whatever you want. So you don't have to order it through me with my markups, okay? You can get it directly from them, all right? The holes are already preset to accept either a small Tech Lock or a large Tech Lock, either one, whichever you prefer. If you have an RST, you can have it mounted just like I've got mine mounted. And this is one of the prototypes onto, and you can carry it horizontal. It'll go neck carry. It'll go in the pack. It'll go any way you want it to go. So, but anyway, man, the slick, and also I can tell by the orders, I mean, we're pushing 100 right now on pre-orders. So anyway, the 15th is the last day that you can pre-order the first runs. And I have WaterJet is right now, it's in line for WaterJet on the blanks. All right. The RSTs is also in line on laser. These are lasered, not water jetted. So that's so they can get that hexagon deal there. WaterJet won't do that, but laser will. All right. Okay. So the steel is there at the fab shop locally, and we're getting 240 of the RSTs cut. Huge sale. Thank you guys so much. That it just blew me away how many of these things have been ordered. And people are still asking me how to get them. There has been 3 of the dealers has picked them up. They have a limited run on the books for these. So contact either Great Northern Knives, Stitch Gear Outfitters, or Ridge Runner, and let them know that you want to get one of the RSTs. Now, I don't know who all has a running list. I do know that Great Northern Knives probably does, and I do know Stitch Gear probably does. I'm not sure if Jason does, but at least call them and let them know that you're interested in getting it once it arrives. And we're probably still several weeks away from getting those fabricated. We're not even on the radar yet for fabrication of these, okay? So during the sale I said 120 days, and I'm in it, all right? So at least 120 days. Now the slick, I said 160, and that's probably going to be about right because we're concentrating on wholesale accounts. And if you haven't seen the previous video I did yesterday about 2022 looking forward and the plans and all this other stuff, there was 2 videos uploaded. One was a follow-up because I didn't explain things as well as I probably should have. But anyway, watch those if you haven't seen it. Okay, the slick, you can still get it on my website, Available Custom Knives webpage at WCKnives.com. WCKnives.com. Go to the Available Custom Knives webpage. and you can pre-order the slick. Okay, all the details are there. All right, very cheap. It's an economy line. People keep complaining about pricing, folks. The pricing is what it is, and it's going up. You know, what can I say? You know, you're not paying the same thing you did for gas 2 months ago. You're not paying the same thing you did for a gallon of milk a week ago. I mean, you know, I have no control over that. Complain to your congressman. Complain to your president. All right? Okay. All right. Let's talk about wholesale real quick. Stitch Gear Outfitters, we are handling, and this is some of them, all the little minis, okay? The little minis, we got them heat treated. Got the Rockwell testing done, and so now we're starting the handles on, okay? And the black hats, we're starting to do the heat treat on the black hats. That's the next run for Ridge Runner blades. So we're probably getting those out in about 3 weeks or so, okay? The minis are going to start shipping probably next week, all right? Okay. Not this week, but next week. Okay, this week is Sunday is this week. Okay, so looking at 8 to 10 days. Okay, let's put it that way. All right, let's walk around and see what all is here. Oh, before I get carried away with all the wholesale, I happen to see this on the table and want to give you guys an update. Okay, a lot of people stopped by the booth at Wanamaker, and they really liked, if I can find what I did with it, they really liked the necessity. Okay, they liked the paracord wrap. They liked this necessity. All right, so I have some that's being water jetted, so we're gonna try to put those on the website for sale or pre-order pretty soon. I don't know when, but anyway, look for the video on that. Okay, and I think what they'll do is, I don't know, put in the comments below if you'd like the option for the paracord wrap or if you just want the skeleton tool. They're going to be in 5/32, but they will have the ability to do a paracord wrap if you want to do it yourself. Okay, so I'm leaning toward just a skeleton knife, and you guys do your own paracord wrap. That way you pick the color you want, and so we'll probably do an option for a Kydex sleeve, and I got to figure out how to do that without messing up the paracord wrap. So there's some things to work out is what I'm saying. I also took a B model of the necessity, and I put just 1-inch shrink wrap, which is kind of cool. It's an option. I don't want to do it, but you guys can do it. It just basically it's 1-inch shrink wrap. Can't talk this morning. Just put it on there and with a heat gun and shrink it on down. So I mean, that's an option if you want to do that. Now, there has been a lot of comments that, oh, great, we can put our own handles on there. Okay. Let's talk about that for a minute. All right. This knife has a WC logo on it. All right. Some of you can probably do a handle very well. Others cannot. Okay. So it's going to have my logo on it with a less than ideal handle. Okay, so that concerns me a little bit. So these knives, putting a handle on it is going to be a chore. I do not recommend it. All right, if you want to do a paracord wrap, that's one thing, but putting a handle on it and my logo, I don't know about that. I'm a little bit nervous about that. Can you grind a handle off on my other knives and put your own handle on there? Yeah, okay. That is an option to do, but it takes some effort. These, unless you're proficient of doing a handle, I'm just going to ask you, please don't do it. All right. If you've never done one before, don't try it. Not on my knives, okay? All right. I'm just asking. All right. Okay. So we'll look for that coming very soon. And yeah, look for the video. Okay. All right. So I'm going to pick you up and we're going to walk around and show you some things. Also, I'm getting together some of the one-ofs and prototypes that I've been saving. So that we'll put those on the website at some point, but there will be at least a 24-hour heads-up notice. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, this YouTube channel, and click the bell for notifications, and like, and all that other good stuff. And so you'll get notified when the 24-hour notice and heads-up videos on the sales come up, okay? All right, these are the handles that is oiled on the WCSKs. I have through 770 that is ready for finish grinds this week. We intend to get those mailed out this week, okay, through 770. 771 through 780 has not been heat treated yet, but they're in the planning stages of heat treating, okay? All right, on the table, getting handled, you can see there's some of the minis, so we're working on those. Over here, I've got some that's rough shaped that we're going to get the handles finish shaped. These will ship probably in about 2 weeks. All right, so on this side right here we have Northern Woodsman Elite, and they have a ton of belt knives. Just kind of give you a sample of what the belt knives that they've got. I don't know if you're in the camera or not, probably not. Sample of the belt knives that they've got pre-ordered, and those are going to be shipped, like I said, in about 2 weeks. They have a handful of Master Bushmans with 3V or in 3V. So if you want a Master Bushman in 3V, then contact northernwoodsmanelite.com and call or email. Now this one is probably pre-sold. It's in Desert Ironwood. It's one of the Master Craftsmen. Okay, so anyway, that's what I'm working on for Northern Woodsman Elite. That is their November order. All right, there's also some edges in there, northern edges. Here's one here. So that's what we're working on to get that out in 2 weeks. All right, within 2 weeks. Here is Stitch Gear Outfitters. Here's a couple of their minis that's been rough shaped that we're working on, and also there was a Blackbird that was part of their November order. Okay, I don't know if I'm in the camera or not. I hope I am. All right. Now this is part of the Great Northern Knives. They have some a few of the well, let's hold off on that. I'll take you in there and I'm going to show you the list on Great Northern Knives so everybody can kind of get an idea of where their order's at. And if you don't know what number you are, then you get that at Great Northern Knives. When you ordered a knife, then they assigned a number to it. So if you get that number, then you'll be able to see on my list which one is yours. Okay. Also up here, this kind of give you an idea of the numbers. And if I'm going too fast, just pause the video. Okay. So these are the numbers that the handles are done. It's just down to for me to do the finish grinds, and that will be part of Great Northern Knives shipment this week. Okay. So let me run in here and we'll get the list out and rearrange the camera, and you guys can see what I work off of when I'm working on Great Northern Knives. Great Northern Knives is the only one dealer that has a running list that you can pre-order a knife. It's more of it's pretty close to a custom build. Okay, it's about as close to a custom build as you can get. Now you can't change up steels, because in order to change up steels, I have to have a pretty good order. I can't just cut one steel blank out. I buy it by the plates. They come in, I think, around 24 by 36 plates, and they go to my water jet company, and the plates are water jetted according to my specs and specifications, my designs. So it's not the thing where you can just order 1 3V, because 1 3V plate runs about $1,500. Okay, so I can't order just one plate for one knife. All right, so it has to be a bunch of knives to make it work out. All right, okay, let's pull out the See, this is a list of Great Northern knives it sends me, and I work off of this list. And I think this one is, let's see if I can rearrange the camera so you guys can see this list. Bear with me a second. See if you guys can see this list. I don't know if you can read it or not, but anyway, this one was received on the 11th, so I'll probably get an updated list here pretty soon. Now, the ones that's lined through, that means that I've already shipped. Okay, the plus means that it's heat treated and it is in line to get handles, or if it's been handled and it's ready for finish grinds. One of the two, okay? The dash down here at the bottom means that it is in the process of heat treat, okay? Or it's been prepped for heat treat. So as you go through this list, you'll see the numbers. And that's all I have. I don't know who ordered what. I don't know what's part of the store stock. I don't know any of that, okay? But if you want to go through this see what's on the list, then just pause the video and you'll see. Because see, all of these pluses is what's actually handled or being handled and is pretty close to being shipped to Great Northern Knives, okay? I get my left hand to work here. So you can see that the list is pretty extensive, all right? And this is just one dealer. See, there's some people's already pre-ordered their RST through them. Okay, so 658 right now, and I'm sure the list has grown since then because it's almost a month old already. So I should be getting an updated list here pretty soon. But anyway, that's what I work off of when I do Great Northern Knives orders. I'll just go through the list and I'll try to get out 10 to 12 a week. I mean, it's kind of a tall order to do that, but we don't miss it many weeks. But anyway, that's the goals. And so there you go. If you want to see where you're at on the list, right now you know where we're at on the numbers. So kind of gives you an idea. You know, just go through the numbers and then 10 to 12 a week. That kind of gives you pretty close. All right. So anyway, Ridge Runner doing the black hats. They're going to be heat treated. Probably get those out in the next 3 to 4 weeks. Doing the minis and the November orders for Stitch Gear. That will be out. Hopefully, we should be able to get those out the following week. Not this week, but next week. We'll get those out along with Northern Woodsman Elites order and a few more of the Great Northern Knives orders. Okay? So, looks like you're up to date. Don't forget the slick. Pre-orders for the first run will end on April the 15th. And I don't know of any dealer that's picked these up yet, but I'm sure if you contact all of them, any of them, they'll be happy to do an order for you. So if you don't know who my dealers are, then go to WCKnives.com, go up to the right-hand side, there's 3 little dashes, click on that, a menu will drop down, and there's a web page called Authorized Dealers with links and everything to do with that, okay? I do need to update the home page. People keep asking me, do you still make? Yes, I still make everything. Everything I still make. It's probably sold through a dealer, so if you go through the home page, it kind of spells things out for you, and gives you a lot of information there, and who to contact, how to contact them, that type of thing. So anyway, until the next one, you guys get in the backyard, whittle on a stick. Be sure to take a child with you, get the opportunity, and don't forget those plenty of Band-Aids and lots of knives. We'll catch you again very, very soon.